So yes, guys, let us talk about She Must Be Obeyed, a series by Funke Akindele, currently streaming on Amazon Prime. In this review, I'm going to talk about my expectations. I'm going to talk about the cast. I'm going to talk about my likes and dislikes, and I'm also going to talk about my overall take of the entire movie turn series. If you get, you get. And I'm also going to do my ratings as well. So I would urge you not to skip this video and watch until the end. And please make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome, welcome, loyal gang. I'm so happy you keep coming back. Check out my videos. It means a whole lot to me. I hope you enjoy this one as well. How we do it on here, leave your comments in the comment section. I mean, if you're listening right now, I just want you to leave a mic emoji in the comment section. You know that you're a returning subscriber, all right? A mic emoji in the comment section. If you are just in my channel, just hearing my voice, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I've been waiting for you. I am Ronke. I review movies, talk about web series and TV shows. If you're comfortable on this channel, like this video, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've seen it, if you'll be seeing it right after this review or not, let me know. Let's chat in the comments, okay? Thank you so much. So like I already said, let's move on to my expectations for the film. The first things first, I honestly expected this movie, well, turned series, I expected it to be centered around Veeiye. Like, I expected her to be the major character in this series. I do not know why. Not watch the trailer, so maybe that's why I felt that way. But I don't know, I just had this assumption. I ended up getting so much screen time, which I really, really appreciated. I mean, I don't know right now if you can tell that I was super excited to see V on the cast list, and I was so excited to go into the series. If for anything, for V to watch this series, because we've been expecting. I mean, this woman has talent and music, and she has this acting. She has potentials in acting. So now seeing a series that merged both words together. I'm talking about the music word and the film word. Is just interesting. That I was very curious to see how she was going to pull it off, and I already thought I was really excited for V. So I don't know, maybe it was that excitement that made me think she was going to be the main character. But all in all, Funke Akindele ended up being the main character in this series, which I am not mad about. I was at the beginning, but we'll get to that. That was like my main or only expectation of this series. So let's go on to the synopsis for this series. This series is centered around SIYANBOLA, popularly called She, who is a big female artist. She's just a person. She's an artist that is obsessed with being in control of her stardom, being in control of her fame, being in control of the lives of other people as well. She wants to be the top of the she wants to be at the top of the chart. She wants to be on the lips of everyone. She wants to have the biggest hits. She's just this kind of star that feels like a star cannot thrive well if other people are shining as well. She's obsessed with being in control with everything around her. She lives a very fake life. As in, it's so bad that she has a problem with her hair. Like, she has a hair problem, but she sweeps it under the carpet. Nobody knows about it. Even our cousin, like our closest cousin, nobody knows about it. Like, she lives a completely fake life. And it's so fake that even her voice, what everyone listens to, streams and whatnot, she's not the person behind her voice. There is somebody else behind her voice. There's someone else that does the singing, the writing. She has just mastered the act of mixing and producing music, and she takes this person to an unknown studio, mixes the song, make the person write and record the song, and just pay the person stipends for the ability that owes her staff. She chases clouds. She comes out and puts up this front of, she's a woman that supports other women. She's a star. She's confident in her own skin. She's happy for other people's win. We saw what transpired when she went for the Noma Awards at the beginning of the series, where she expected to win the Female Artist of the Year because she had already paid the organizers behind the scenes. She has paid them to, give her the award. It came as a shock to her when Veeye's character, that Tito, was giving the award instead. And she tried to put up a face of, oh, I'm happy, a woman is winning regardless, so I'm happy for her. But we saw the other side of She's character when she got home and brought out the multiple phones that she has locked up in a drawer by her bedside, and she was using these phones to troll Tito online, saying all manner of mean things about her, using other phones to defend herself as an artist, she even owns, she even owns like a throwing she even owns a social media page that throws celebrities, most especially Tito and other celebrities that are pissing her at the moment, that are pissing her off at the moment. Like, it is that toxic and crazy. This woman is legit an instigator. She puts up fights, she plans fights to happen in public places where she knows people will make videos, and uses those fights to the best of her advantage. She just wants to trend, she wants to be popping, everybody should be talking about her. As the secret about her music as well is there. Just know that everything about SIYANBOLA is fake. So now on to the casting for this series. Let me even mention, I don't know if I mentioned that going into the series, I thought it was going to be a movie. Honestly speaking, I thought it was going to be a movie, 2 hours max. But I was surprised when I heard from a friend that watched it before me, that said, it's actually a series with 5 episodes each and 1 hour plus long. I was like, why? What's going on? What's going on? I was just like, I actually did take my time to watch this series, and I've seen this series since Saturday, Sunday, but I'm just making this review on Tuesday. And reason being, I wanted to properly digest this series, because I feel like the fact that I wasn't expecting some things with the series, it might cloud my sense of judgment when it comes to talking about or analyzing this movie. And I don't want a situation whereby, days later, I'm like, okay, I think this and this actually did, I mean, I don't want to start having a second opinion. I wanted to really, really digest the series, which I'm glad I did, because that's why we're having this review now in this form. So yeah, on to the cast. I'm going to split the casting into two. I'm going to talk about major characters. I'm going to talk about characters that I felt like they were unnecessary, like some supporting characters. So major characters like, Funke Akindele Bello played the character of She. I feel like she held it down. I already mentioned before that I thought V was going to be the center, because we're used to seeing at Funke Akindele's movies, we are used to seeing her be the one at the forefront. We are used to seeing her play the major role. So I was expecting a change with this series, but I mean, it's still the same thing we got, so which I felt was predictable in a way. But regardless, she held her character down, she delivered. I loved that sense of humor. I loved the kind of character that she played in this series, and I loved that I was able to see through this character that she played and try and translate it to what we see in the society, because this series reminded me of Celebrity. I don't know if people have seen the K-drama Celebrity. I'll put a poster on the screen just in case you haven't, but it's on Netflix. It has 12 episodes, and I promise you that series is worth your time and your data. Like, if you're mad at this series, go and watch that one. Like, it's explosive. I won't say more than that, but just go and watch it. And so yeah, Funke held it down in my own opinion. She did well, she did good. I enjoyed her character. On to V as another major character who played the character of Tito. I am one person that is super excited for V playing this character, and I'm glad that I did not have to come here to come and sugarcoat her character or come and sing her praises when not, it's not deserving. I'm glad that she held it down. She did very well with her character. Her facial expressions came through. We saw the bubbly Tito, the I don't care Tito, the emotional Tito, the in love Tito. We got different layers to her character, which I really appreciated. And she got a good amount of screen time in this series, which I liked as well. Moving on to another major character is Adedimeji Lateef. He played the character of SIYANBOLA's cousin. I can't remember his name right now, but he played the character of SIYANBOLA's cousin who wants to travel out. I mean, he started working with She when she became big. He started working with her so he could make money, get paid, and he has plans to just jackpot basically. And SIYANBOLA made promises to him that he should work for her for a year, and she would, process his visa to travel out of the country and make, a good living house for himself. But as at the time the series kicked off, it was already 5 years plus, and it didn't look like SIYANBOLA was going to come through with any of her promises. Adedimeji's Lateef character. We also had another major character, Isime. It was interesting to see Isime play this kind of character. Most times, Isime is used to being the lead character, having a spotlight to herself, always in the flashy dresses, heavy makeup, and all that. But I like that her character is kind of laid back in this series. She played a different character. Her character didn't have to do a lot, but I feel like she still came through. We still saw the Isime in her, like her acting prowess came through as well. She delivered. Played the character of Victoria, who wants to have a record label of her own, and she felt like being a personal assistant to someone who owns a record label who is thriving in the music industry be a path to her achieving that set goal for herself. So she started working as a personal assistant to She's character, to She, and it's just a situation of what I ordered versus what I got. And I think I mentioned this when we were talking about celebrities and mentors. I mentioned it a couple of times in my review that I am a very believer that it's better to adore your celebrities from afar, adore your mentors from afar, adore your role models from afar. Because most times when you get close, what you see will definitely not be what you expect. There will be a lot of setback, there'll be a lot of disappointment, and there'll be a lot of things you're not expecting. And it's very normal because these people are human as well. But we kind of we always place these celebrities on a high pedestal and feel like they are above mistakes, they are immune to mistakes, they are humane to being to having terrible characters, like they are perfect people, when in actual sense they are not. So Victoria has always adored She from afar, but when she got close, her first encounter with She was terrible. She came in looking all nice. She was even excited when she was getting ready at home, and her father was busy encouraging her, telling her to go for it. But when she appeared in front of She first of all told her to get rid of her makeup, get rid of her clothing. She was looking too flashy for her life. As in, She is that kind of person that wants to suppress every single person around her. She wants to shine, including her PA, and that's what she did to her. Told her to wear one nonsense dress that she wore. So it was traumatizing for Victoria when she had that encounter. It's better not to meet your mentors at times. Just adore them from afar. We also had another major character. That's Akah Nani. I loved Akah Nani's character in this series. I feel like he didn't even do too much, because usually characters like this, they ick me usually in American series. I kind of find them uncomfortable to watch sometimes, especially when they are doing too much. But I like that Akah was quite minimal, but not basic with his character. He had makeup on, he had flashy dresses, even like a woman jumping here and there. He was just the pepper body, basically just licking the ass of She in this series. He was supposed to he played the character of our manager, and was called Cisco, but I didn't even see him manage anything. Guy was just tagging along with She, carrying her bags and stealing her dollars, because of course, like I already said, She wasn't even paying them, and Guy was stealing her dollars behind her back and saving it up for a better life for himself. So I loved Akah Nani's character, and I love one thing they did with his character. I think I'll mention it when I'm talking about things I liked, so I'll just leave that for that. But I liked Akah Nani's character. I feel like Akah Nani, his character, he shines through and he did well. We also had another major character, Waje. Usually, I would not appreciate Waje playing this character. I'll be like, Waje, why? She's not an actor like that. Like, why is she here? But being that this series is a musically inclined movie, or it's a musically inclined series, I appreciated that Waje was there, because we needed people that could actually sing, performers. I remember seeing a post of Veeiye, talking about how she had to constantly rehearse for the performances that she did in this series, like whilst on stage and all that. That's for an artist. So I feel like to just cut them the stress of having to train someone who isn't an artist, who doesn't know how to sing, who doesn't know how to hold a mic properly on stage, and embody their performances and what not on stage. I felt like Waje was a very good option for them, and I really liked that she was the one that played her character. And even beyond the singing, she came through with the acting. She was the pepper body, the person that sees through people's bullshit. She was the one. At the beginning, you might feel like she was doing too much, but when you start saying what she does to her, even without she knowing all the things she's been saying behind her backs, behind her back, you realize that, okay, Waje's character is actually lovable, and she played the character of Excite, who is also a music artist who supports Tito's music career. But she sees through She's bullshit. I don't know how she did, but there's just some people that they have the right intuition, and they can see that this person is fake, this person is not who they always portray themselves to be online, which makes you question a lot of the fights that we see on social media, or someone just see on social media, where you see one person abusing another person unprovoked, and you're just like, what's going on? Why are these people always fighting? But you just there's just some people that they can still throw other people's bullshit. One another major character I would say is Omoh. Honestly, I rolled my eyes when I saw her. Like, I'm just like, is this about to be a comedy series that would fail? But I love their character. I love herself and this other guy. I can't remember his name now. This is picture on the screen, but both of them, I love them. You know, putting two chaotic people in the kitchen, one as the chef, one as the house help. I love that character. When she speaks out, I'm always rolling on the floor. I'm laughing hard. I'm replaying the scenes so that I can laugh and laugh and laugh. I think Lizzy, that's Lizzy, who played character of Ruka. I think she delivered 100%. She came through. I love that character. In fact, I can go back to that series just to watch the places where she appeared in. Yeah, that's how much I feel like she delivered when it came to the comedy. Another major character is Patient Ozokwor, who played the character of Mama Cruz, who played the mother of Rachel Okonkwo's character as mother. So for the most part of this series, Mama Cruz was drunk, always using the money that her child is just setting aside to send their last sibling to school, always using the money to drink or bet. And she was all over the place. She was chaotic. She was very annoying. And she represented those type of parents who just water down their children, their children efforts, are not doing anything, they're not bringing anything to the table, and they're just causing a lot of headache and havoc in the family. They are dealing with trauma. They have not gotten over the death of their spouse, because her husband died and she had not gotten over the entire thing, and she just kept drinking. Yeah, Rachel Okonkwo is another character that I would say was major. She was the actual voice, the original voice behind she's voice. She came across her one way or another, made her sign a 20 years contract for 20 million naira to sing for she exclusively. That means she would not sing at parties, she would not sing at church, not sing at the bar, nothing, not singing at all. In fact, she must not even sing in her bathroom. Nobody must hear her sing. The only time she's allowed to sing is for she, and she paid her 20 million for 20 years. I was like, hey, God, that big. We'll get to. I mean, this show enlightened people on certain issues like legal enlightenment. Adeze, coming from a place of frustration and desperation because she needed money for her father's treatment, collected the first 10 million payment that she gave her and signed the contract to sing for she for 20 years. And we see a lot of people sign legal documents, legal boundings without even, talking to a lawyer and seeing what the implications are, looking at the clauses and what. There was nothing like that. And I feel like that saying or that thing with she and Adeze would really enlighten viewers to read more about what they are signing. Look for a lawyer that they can trust and help, so that they can help interpret those legal terms for them. So had Mike, who played the character of Adeze's brother. It was hilarious. That's another character that I would have been mad at, comedic relief to the series. I would have been mad at him, but he delivered well. He didn't feel forced. He didn't feel like acting. I could see an annoying big brother in the village that is he's always pissing you off. He's not bringing anything to the family, always trying to dictate what the family should do, but he's not adding to the family said. He's removing from family and is frustrating you. And he's not educated, he's not properly enlightened, but if he catch his sister, he can beat the living daylight out of her. I saw that he played that character well, and I appreciated his character. So I saw him as a major character. So now on to the characters that I felt like they were unnecessary. First of all, Adedimeji's character, that's Adedimeji's wife. She played the character of Shiyonbola's younger sister. We saw Shiyonbola's mom call her that she was sick, but according to what we saw in the story, Shiyonbola's mom didn't show her love. She wasn't properly loved as a child. So when she became big and famous, she cut ties with her family members. I think the only family member she was in contact with was Lateef Adedimeji's character, who she was even extorting, by the way. Playing that character, I was just like, that was so unnecessary. Someone else, someone basic, someone minor could have played that character. I mean, a simple actor out there could have played that character and it will still come out well. It will still be good. In fact, I was just 40 minutes into the first episode, and I was just like, who exactly wasn't in this series? It was star-studded, by the way. It was getting too much. And so when I saw Adedimeji's character play that, when I saw a character play that role, I was just like, why? Someone else could have just played this thing and it would have still come out well. Why do they feel they need to add so many people, so many stars? Also, with MC Lively's character, I think he just appeared twice or so. And I was just like, why? Why? His character did not had anything to the story or remove. So why was it there? Someone, a basic guy at the back would have played that character, even if he doesn't even speak well. We would not be mad at it. Even if he doesn't act well, we would not be mad at it. It wasn't a major role. We would bypass it. It would be allowed. It just felt like they needed the fans of these people to come see this series, or I don't know what it was, but I just felt like someone else could have played that character. It wasn't necessary. Also, Adunni Ade's character, she happened to be one of the part of the PR team for Shimola's record label. Like I already said, someone else could have played because there wasn't much to their character, as well as Blossom Chukwujeku's character. I still maintain the same sentiment. Someone else could have played it, but there are two characters that I felt like, okay, even though I'm not still sure of where okay, I think for, at least for Shaffy Bello's character, I wasn't really sure if I should say a character was major or minor, because I would say it was major because we've not seen her play the character of an old, you know, poor woman whose health is derailed and who has been cut off from her child and is calling her child multiple times to plead and find closure with her child and all that. So it was interesting to see her play that character. But at the same time, I was just like, another person, someone very simple, a simple actor, someone who's not a big star, could have played that character and could have played it well. But I'm still not sure where I stand concerning that. I'm still not sure if I want to see it as major or minor. But I did appreciate that, and Shafi Bello played a different role that we've seen her play in previous movies. Now, with all that being said, let's move on to the likes. Let's move on to the things I liked about the series. First of all, I have to say that the series is funny. It was funny to me, especially Lizzy J and the other guy that worked in the kitchen, and then Mike, and Cisco. Even the way Cisco used to do like everything, it added so much spice to the series. I enjoyed it. Even Shinobola was funny at some point. Excited too was, she was interesting to watch. So the series was fun. It was funny. There were a lot of scenes where you will laugh genuinely if you are watching it open-mindedly. That's what I'm trying to say. The story was very interesting. So it actually takes a very new route. It's a very interesting story. It shows you what goes on goes on behind the scenes of the lives of the stars we see on Instagram, with the expensive clothes, expensive cars, expensive lifestyle, heavily edited pictures, fake lifestyle, fake friendship, what goes on behind the award shows, if some of the allegations we hear online are true or not. It helps you when you look at how Shinobola story went and how the things she did in this series, you begin to question the reality of what we even see online, and it just reminds you, believe what you see online at your own detriment. Because like I already said, Shinobola will owe her staff, chase clouds, instigate fights, set off fights, pay organizers behind the scene, a lot of crazy things. I just be like, wow. Like, and even according to them, they said some of the things they spoke about in this series happened even in real life, and they were like, imagine this is what we are still even acting out whilst they were shooting. So it just tells you that the writer actually took a step back, and this movie is like, it gives you an insight into everything that goes on in their life basically. So that's why I said that the story is actually interesting, and it's kind of similar to the K-drama Celebrity. So if you haven't seen it, I'm mentioning it for the second time. Go and check it. Absolutely watch your data and your time. Thirdly, I appreciated the fact that the movie promoted the artists that were involved, the actual music artists that were involved. I'm talking about Waje and Veeiye. Ever since Veeiye left, the Big Brother house, we've seen her put out multiple singles, or she has put out music, and those that support her and love her, they streamed her song and whatnot. And I just felt like this thing needs that very big breakthrough for people to get to see her more, hear her more, and just find out what our person is all about. And I'm glad that this movie would most definitely give her that exposure that she needs. Everybody now can see that she's a great actor, and I really hope that this role that she played in this series would open multiple doors for her, because she's actually a deserving winner in that aspect. And also for Waje, I can't remember the last time I saw Waje perform, but seeing her on stage in this movie doing her thing and acting along the line and acting by the side was really good to watch. I liked that it really promoted the artist's music. If you hear the songs they sang, if you look at the credit, you see that they actually performed some of the songs that we heard in this series. And if you're very inquisitive and you like their voice, that would prompt you to go and look out for their music and what they've done in the past, which gives them exposure. So I like that. They use actual music stars, and it helps you to better connect to their success story and connect to them as as different personalities. Fourth thing I would say I loved about this series would have to be the makeup. The makeup, especially on Funke Akindele, that's the bald hair they did for her with the tattered hair here and there. The thing they did with it was with her hair, it was very believable, it was very realistic, it was well done. There's no how you would look at that and not say heal. And that was what the makeup artist was definitely was going for when they were working on our head, giving us that illusion of someone's head that has been cut off here and there and is not good looking and is disgusting to look at. Also with Cisco, for all the time looked out for his birthmark, because he had a birthmark, like a makeup birthmark by his cheekbone. For every time I looked out for it, I saw it there. It shows that they paid attention to continuity and consistency, which I really appreciate. Even with his wardrobe, when he was giving us the bling, it was 7. When he was giving us the colors, it was 7. When he was giving us the neck pieces, the boots, the head wears, they were lovely to see. Came well together, even with his character. And also, I liked that this series brought up social issues, conversations around social issues. We saw the relationship Shinobola had with her mother, that translated into the kind of relationship she had with her sibling. We also saw what poverty can do to people, and how people pay little or no regard to legal boundings, and reading legal documents carefully before signing. We saw that with Adeze. Also saw stardom and its reality, cloud chasing, bullying, online trolling. So if you just remember Shinobola's character in this series, you just pay little to no attention to the trolling and the stupid messages that you would get in your maybe your YouTube channel comments, comment in your YouTube comment section, or your Instagram comment section, or anything, or tweets and trolls and you just be like, whoever is can come to this low point of insulting me, dragging me, and saying mean things to me, is definitely not happy. And like we can see with Shinyobola's character, she wasn't raised with love. She felt like she wasn't in control of a lot of things whilst growing up. So she felt like she needed to fight for love. She needed to fight for attention. She needed to fight for stardom. She needed to create this perfect lifestyle for herself at the detriment of other people. She felt like people needed to be pulled down for her to shine. And so anybody that's coming to say mean things to you online or offline, it just shows that you don't have love in your heart, so you definitely cannot give. So I mean, I'll be praying for you. So yeah, I like that I raised so many social issues, and you tend to look at things in different ways now, or you look at them deeper. So now I've said so many nice things about the series. I have raved about it for almost 30 minutes. I was even shying away from doing a two parts, like splitting this review into two, because just like, let me just get it done and dusted. If you're listening to my review at this point, please like the video and leave a music note in the comment section. Please leave a music note in the comment section. Let me know you got to this point. But now let's go down to the things I didn't like about the series. One would be, I know I talked about how, oh, this character is major, it's minor, but still works for me, blah blah blah. I still didn't like the fact that I was star-studded. I still didn't like the fact that I was star-studded. Like I already mentioned, some characters were unnecessary. I didn't even mention everybody. And I really cannot start doing that right now, because as you can see, there's a lot to talk about concerning this series. So I didn't like that I was star-studded. I feel like less is more. Yeah. And going through, and again, secondly, I didn't like that it was a series. If everything that happened in this series, it could have been done in 2 hours, 30 minutes. I promise you guys, it could have been done in 2 hours, 30 minutes. We had 5 hours for this series. It could have been chopped down, and it could have been executed well if they brought it down to even 2 hours, 30 minutes, honestly. But this series was over 5 hours, but I mean, we still watched it, or I still watched it. So yeah. So I didn't like that about the series. I didn't like that about the series. Thirdly, I would say that even after it was long, we had 5 episodes, we ended up saying that the series didn't end. After the whole altercation between Victoria, Adeze, Shinyobola, and the IK guy, I didn't even mention him. That's to show you how a lot of people were in this series. And she and all the crazy things that happened in the studio and in the house. Looking at everything that happened, I felt like that was a very good way to close up. They already made a video with Shebola's hair. They already made a video exposing that she's not the one behind her voice. I mean, our house is in chaos. Someone has already died in her house. Everywhere is in shambles. It's enough way. It's a very solid way to end the series. Just see Shebola fall apart. Social media is blazing. You know, they can give us 10 months after, 1 year after she's in a low place. You know, just give. You know, I don't know, but I just felt like them saying she will be back. I'm just like, back to do what now? After 5 hours, this one is starting to be too much. Like, back to do what exactly? It's not like when they bring it out, I would not watch it or what anything. But I just feel like less is more at the end of the day. Like, it's better to leave people wanting more than leave them with too much that they are no longer interested, or they are beginning to speak certain things because there are just a lot of loopholes here and there. Because I'm just trying to think, what can they possibly do in the coming episode, in the coming season? Like they said, it was the coming season, this in the season to come. What storyline are they trying to do? What else is there to explore that we've not explored? But yeah, I didn't like that the series didn't end. I feel like they could have ended it there. Yeah. And for the fourth thing I didn't like about the series, I didn't like that, the first time I saw Fukagele's hair, I knew what was wrong with her. I knew that this disease was called alopecia. And I thought they were going to use that character to better educate people on a very serious health problem that it's not very prominent, it's rare, but I mean, a lot of people are not educated about it. They are not educated about it. I saw a lot of funny tweets here and there on Twitter. A lot of people were like, ew, ew, ew. A lot of people saw it as disgusting. They knew it was. Some people don't even know it's a disease. So I thought they were going to use a character to better educate the viewers. I mean, Narcissime's character mentioned it briefly, but there wasn't much. Like, it's not. They didn't say a lot that will prompt people to actually go on social media or go on the internet to do their research, or it wasn't enough to start up a conversation. And I felt like they didn't harness such opportunity to educate people about such health issue. We've seen a lot of movies, a lot of movies and series, documentary on depression, postpartum depression, mental health, and all of those things. But this is a new disease that this series has sort of highlighted, but didn't really give enough room to shine. I don't know. Maybe if you had seen her trying to consult a doctor, maybe she has gone to a doctor to get it treated. Enlighten people, is this something that can be treated? Is this something they have to live with for all of their life? Because she has money, why isn't she getting it treated? Why hasn't she done something that would better keep her secret other than having to do her hair by herself and her makeup? I don't know if I'm making sense, but if you get where I'm driving at, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know. Let other people also learn, because I felt that way. Those are the things I didn't like about the series, but overall, series She Must Be Obeyed came close to achieving its mission. It got people talking. Maybe not everybody, or maybe not everybody saying the same thing, but it got people talking. So, what will I rate this series? Let's see. I think I'm going to rate the series a 7/10. If you felt that was too generous, let me know in the comments. If you felt that was too small, let me know in the comments. And mind you, we do not have to agree on the ratings. You can leave your own ratings in the comment section. It's very much welcome. We can all rate it what we want to rate it, but that would be my ratings for. Let me know what you thought about the series. Was it what you were expecting? Which character stood out for you? What were the lessons you picked up? Were there anything that I didn't even mention that happened in the series? I know I didn't give a detailed review or recap of each episode and its scenes. That would just be ridiculous for me to do, because we had good number of scenes and 5 episodes and over 5 hours. So I mean, that would be a lot for me to do in one video. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. If you got to this point, don't forget to leave a music note emoji in the comment section. Please like this video if you enjoyed watching. If you did not enjoy this review, please like this video and tell me why you didn't enjoy it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you're just finding out about my channel, or if you've been watching without subscribing. I'll love to see you in my next review, but until then, make sure to remain happy, because you owe it to yourself. Bye guys.